Hello students, welcome to one more session of chapter 6 Square and Square Roots. In previous sessions we have discussed about square numbers and how to find out square roots of perfect square numbers. But what about the numbers which are not perfect squares? Can we make the same numbers into a perfect square numbers? Yes, we can. So in today's session, we will learn how to make a perfect square numbers from a given non-square numbers. So let's start with it. Exercise 6.3, question number 5. For each of the following numbers, find the smallest whole number by which it should be multiplied to get a perfect square number. Also find the square root of the perfect square number, so obtain. So students, here as I said, we have to convert the non-square numbers into a perfect square numbers. That can be done by multiplying, by dividing, by adding or by subtracting some number. So whenever we have to make a perfect square number by multiplication or by division, we will use the method of prime factorization. Here the number which is given to us is a non-square number and we have to convert it into a perfect square by multiplying some number. So we will use the method of prime factorization. So here number we have is 180. So first finding the prime factors of 180, that is 290, then 2 into 45, then it will be 3 into 15, 3 into 5, 5 into 1. So now I'll write the prime factors, that is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. So now if I'll pair these numbers, then 2 2s are, 3 3s are, and we have number 5 which is unpaired. So in order to pair this 5, what I need to do is I will multiply 180 with 5. So 180 into 5, now I can write it as 2 square into 3 square into 5 square, because this 5 I have over here multiplied with 180, so right side also I have to multiply with 5. So now number 5 is paired, so I can write it as 5 square. Okay, so 180 into 5 is 900, that is our new number. So again I'll write it as 2 square into 3 square into 5 square. So now taking square root of 900, so it will be 2 into 3 into 5 is equal to 30. So the new number is 900 and the number by which we need to multiply 180 in order to make a perfect square is number 5. Next question, question number 6. Here you have to find the smallest whole number by which the given number should be divided so as to get a perfect square. So as I said, here also we have to find the number by which the given number should be divided. So we will use the method of prime factorization. So first finding the prime factors, 2 into 198, then 2 into 99, then 3 33, 3 11, 11 ones are 11. So factors of 396, I will write it over here, that is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 11. Now pairing the factors, here 2, 3 and 11 we are left with, which is unpaired. So here what I'll do is, I'll divide number 396 by 11. Okay, so the number I will get is 36, which is a perfect square number, and square root of 36 is equal to 2 into 3 is equal to 6. So the new perfect square number is 36, and the number by which 396 should be divided to make it a perfect square is 11. Exercise 6.4, question 4. Find the least number which must be subtracted from the given numbers so as to get a perfect square. Also find the square root of the perfect square, so obtain. So as I said, here we have to find the number to be subtracted from the given number. So whenever we have to find the number to be subtracted or to be added to the given number, we will use the method of long division to find the number. So here, starting with long division method, you know the first step is pairing the digits. So starting from right side, first pair is 89 and another is of 19. Now we know that the nearest perfect square number which is smaller than 19 is 16, and square root of 16 is 4. So we'll start from 4. That is 4 4s are 16. Taking subtraction, we are left here with 3. Adding same number over here, we'll get 8. Bringing this 89 down, the new number is 389. Now we have to find some digit over here, so that the new number we will multiply with the same digit and the product should be less than 389. If I'll take 81, then it will be 81 ones are 81, which is too small. Same way I can take 82 twos are, I can take 83 threes are, I can take 84 fours are. Here we will take 84 fours are, so which is 336. Taking subtraction again, the remainder we are left with is 53. So whenever we have to find the number which must be subtracted from using long division method, we will focus on the remainder part. This is the number which we need to subtract from the given number in order to find a perfect square number. So the required perfect square is equal to 1989 minus this 53, and it is equal to 1936. Okay, and what will be the square root of 1936? 1936. Square root of 1936 will be your quotient that you have got over here in division. So square root of 1936 is equal to 44, and the number to be subtracted from 1989 is 53. Next question, question 5. Find the least number which must be added to each of the following numbers so as to get a perfect square. Also find the square root of the perfect square, so obtain. Here the number we have is 252. So as I said, we have to find the number to be added to the given number. So we will use the method of division. Again, the first step, as you know, is pairing the digits. So one pair is of 52, and here we have odd number of digits. So the number 2 will be unpaired. Now first number 2 we have, so the nearest perfect square number which is smaller than 2 is 1. So we will start with number 1, which is 1 ones are 1. Taking subtraction, we'll have 1 over here. Adding same number over here, we'll have number 2. Bringing this 52 down, the new number is 152. Now we have to find some digit over here. We know that 21 ones are 21, which is too small. 21 twos are 22 twos are is 44. Then 23 twos are 24 twos are, and so on. Here we'll have 25 fives are, because 21 ones are is not enough, 22 twos are is not enough, 23 threes are is not enough, 24 fours are is not enough. So 25 fives are we will take, that is 125, and again taking subtraction, the remainder we have is 27. Now here we have to find the number to be added. So when we have to find the number to be added, we will focus on the quotient part. Okay. So next is what you have to do. You will write like this: the number 252 is greater than square of our quotient, that is 15 square, and number 252 is smaller than square of 16, that is next consecutive number to the quotient. Okay. So here our quotient is 15, so I have written 15 square, and consecutive number of 15 is 16, so here I have written 16 square. Now here we have to find the number to be added. So the required number to be added will be what? Square of 16 minus 252. Now square of 16 is what? Square of 16 is 256 minus 252 is equal to 4. So this 4 is the number. If we will add to 252, the new number will be a perfect square, and the required perfect square will be obviously 256, that is the square of this bigger number, and square root of 256 is 16. So the number to be added is number 4. The new number is 256, and square root of the new perfect square number is number 16. So students, here we are ending with this session. I hope you have understood all the topics very well. Do all the exercises in your notebook and keep practicing all the sums again and again. And also learn all the squares of number 1 to 30. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye and take care of yourself.